All right, we got 300-hour service going down on a 150 Yam. Plus, we got some goodies here, side scan transducer going in, as well as a couple rod holders. Got the gear oil draining. Got all of our service kits here. 100-hour plus water pump, engine oil, fuel filters, everything you need. New O-rings. Definitely gonna drop my phone and break it. Look at all the stuff in this kit. Bam. Thermostat, gaskets, everything you need. Zincs, spark plugs, can't see. Impeller, water pump. Trick is to not drop the oil drain. I'm standing right in front of the camera. You stupid. Makes a little bit of a mess doing it that way, but I know I also didn't film that good. I stood right in front of the camera the whole time. 5-gallon bucket, 14mm plug. Just make sure you change the washer. This way you know you got all the oil out and you don't have to deal with a suction tube or anything. I like to change the engine oil when the motor's cold. This way when you pop the filter off, this filter will be completely dry. You won't make a mess inside the pan here. No mess. These new filters come pre-lubed from Yamaha. I just like to put a little more on there. Grab it right from when where you took the filter off. So that's it. And tight. All right, when you're changing the primary fuel filter, make sure you unplug your water sensor, which is this blue plug down here. Like that. Get your handy dandy Yamaha wrench. I'll give it a little twist. Thankfully, the last guy didn't over tighten the shit out of this thing. God, that background is terrible. Maybe nobody will notice. I'm gonna put a little 2-stroke oil on the O-ring. Just spilt a whole shitload of it on the ground. Nice, dude. Jesus. I'm such a fucking idiot. Anyway. All right, we got a new fuel water separator here. I'm gonna be pre-filling it. If you guys don't pre-fill these filters, you'll be priming the ball inside the boat for 20 minutes. My filmer's back. This is the old one, guys. I don't know if that's grease. I'm gonna say that that's grease and a whole lot of it. All right, I'm gonna pop off this black cover here and we're gonna change the thermostat. I don't know if you can see this. You want to make sure the thermostat housing's clean. If there's any salt in there, this one's not too bad, but I'm going to wire brush that out and pop the new one in. New thermostat. I'm gonna put a little grease on it, help it hold it in place. Beautiful.
Ready?
All right, I was filming by myself. I suck at filming by myself. So we've changed the gear oil, we've changed the engine oil, obviously the oil filter, we put a new thermostat in her, the primary fuel filter on the front of the engine, and we've done the fuel water separator in the boat. So what we're going to do now is we're going to pop this back cover off, change the spark plugs. We got to do a VST service on this motor as well. So this whole intake manifold, air box assembly's got to come off. We'll pop that off, we'll change the filters and that as well. Also doing a water pump on this boat, which we already kind of did a video on water pumps, so I don't think we have to film that whole charade, right? And then once that's done, that's pretty much it as far as the engine service. Pull the boots off. All plugs are out. I mean, this motor's only got 200 hours on it, so these actually look pretty good, but we're gonna pop new ones in. Chuck these in the bin. All right, so we got the new pluggies. I'm gonna put a little grease on the threads and bang them in. Not overdoing it on the grease here, guys. You could also use never seize, but that shit gets everywhere and makes a mess.
So they might seize.
They're not gonna seize. All right, plugs are done. You don't want to over tighten these, guys. I'm not gonna get into torque specs. They got a crush washer on them, so you want to make sure that you bottomed out the crush washer and just snug them in there. But you know when it's good. That's gonna stay up because we gotta do VST service now, which was not scheduled, not planned, but I got this nice service kit from Yamaha. I noticed that the gaskets and the filters were in there for the VST, so I hit up the customer. I'm like, yo, dude, you want to do the VST? He said, hell yeah. Are you sure you want to continuously film?
No.
So the VST is behind the intake manifold. You gotta take the airbox off. The intake manifold's gotta come off. I'll just go like this, and then it'll be off. Should we play that game?
Yeah.
Your IAC, throttle position sensor, all plugged in up here. All this has got to get unplugged. Another pro tip is when you're dealing with a bunch of different hardware, I like to thread them back in where they came so you don't mix them up. You're gonna be doing this kind of work. You need a swivel 10 millimeter.
Gotta have the swivel.
Pull the airbox off. Can you get me a 12 millimeter? I need a 12er, girl.
Let's see, I can do this. They're like drawers? Okay, it's not this drawer.
Bottom unit down there. Quarter turn and pull. Drive though. Let me see, is that 12er? Beautiful. The quarter inch is working. This quarter inch ratchet's seen a lot of shit.
Tried and trusty.
It skips every once in a while, but that's because I take lower units off with it. And you know what they say?
No.
Some of these are hidden in here, so don't jump the gun and think you got them all out. What was that? Oh, look, guys. Here it is, VST. There's a filter. All this to change one filter.
The very supportive transmission.
What?
Yeah.
I'm just draining the VST before we take it apart.
If you get gasoline on my slacks,
No. your slabs. Push down while you're getting these off. You don't want to strip these and make it a nightmare for the next guy.
Next guy will be you.
Yeah. All right, kids. There's your fuel pump right here, and this is the filter that we'll be changing. And the tank is virtually spotless. There really isn't anything to clean in there, which is what you want to see. But if you ever have a rough running Yamaha, most likely you got some debris in the tank, which then goes through the pump and gets into your injectors. At that point, you gotta do the whole fuel system, every filter, pull the injectors out, clean the VST. That's like the biggest problem I see guys with Yamahas. Dirty gas going through them, clogged injectors, clogged VST filters, and yeah, if they're never gonna run like that.
So do they come white?
Yeah.
She must be a smoker.
So let's all that work, guys, just to change this filter. That's it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we do have a new VST gasket. Definitely want to change this because if this thing leaks, you won't know until it's all back together. At that point, you're going to be cursing. I'm going to see if I can do this with one hand. I don't know if this is a good idea. I don't think this lower's ever been off. The reason I say that is, looks like it's got OEM Yamaha grease all over the bolts. Oh yeah, she's coming. Let's see. All right. I mean, it is spotless though. This housing looks brand new. Let's take it apart, see what it looks like. Don't look too bad for 250 hours. All right, it's the next day. Got a little late last night. Got the VST all back together, intake's back on. Water pump's done. And we're pretty much just gonna fire it up on the hose, of course. Check for fuel leaks and make sure everything's good. And just so everybody understands why you can run the Yamaha on the hose. When you see all this water coming out of the intake grates, that's all going directly down the water tube and passing over your impeller. Last night I mounted this up quick, didn't really film it, but we're gonna run the wire through now. Drill a hole for it. Got a clamshell for it, some zip ties, some Starbucks. I hate drilling holes in boats. It's a thick ass transom, bro. So before I cinch this up, I'm going to take a little bit of this old fuel line I got here, and I'm going to make a sheathing around this for some extra protection. Something like that, guys. Just something to keep that transducer wire from rubbing. For the transducer wire, it's the last thing I got to do, and this will all be buttoned up. That was a lot easier than anticipated, guys. Not gonna lie. I'm gonna pop a couple rod holders in. one around here where the blue tape is, and we'll mirror the same thing on the other side. You better be damn sure. I'm going around and coating the inside of these rod holes with 5200, just this way no water can penetrate into the deck. All right, so the job's all set here. I ended up not finalizing the rod holder install just because the customer decided to go with different brand rod holders. So he just had me drill the holes and 5200 the insides of the deck for him. That way he can install them when he gets his new rod holders in. But yeah.
If you like this content, please like and subscribe, and what's the other one? Comment. Leave us a comment, and we'll catch you in the next one.